Okay, I am live. I am going to attempt to give you all a view as I live stream as long as I can tolerate the cold and the weather from my balcony. This is my current situation, so I'll let you all see the background. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit for you. There we go. Let's do it just like that. You can see uh, the mountains and the snow and all of that. Let me know if you all can hear me well. Let me adjust this volume. Okay, so I am a Southern woman. So as long as I can tolerate this, I'm a live stream from the balcony. Now, I want to address several things. Someone sent me a video, and if I was in position to, which I probably do when I get home, I'm going to share that video with you all. And it's a social media influencer, so pretty much what I'm going to talk about what he discussed and some of the things that and when I get home again, we're gonna go through that, we're gonna dissect it, right? You all, thank you for coming in and saying hello, hello, hello. It is cold out here to say the least. That's why I'm a live stream to you all as long as I can. Got my AirPods in. Let me know how the sound is. Hello, hello, Sean. Hello, Lee, aka Les Brown. And so um, one of the things his topic was XRP, and of course he discussed or broke down um, the BIS currency system, how they began 2021, the national currency system, and how many people were under the impression. I give you all different angles that XRP being a security or being deemed a security was a bad thing, like in a negative light, like, and how they wanted XRP to be. Let me see if I can sit down where I don't have to hold this, to be deemed a commodity, right? A commodity like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But we know the technology of XRP and its purpose will be very, very different than the purpose of Bitcoin and Ether. You're right, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it would not have been a bad thing, right? And his question was, let me adjust this, you all. Give me a second. Are his and again, he was not um against retail investors having access to the bankers' technology, having access. In fact, now that I got this prompted up, I'm sure it's not crooked. I may play some of that video clip for you all. But he was saying that, do you think they will really give access, to everyday working people? And what I've been telling you all, Judge Torres, right? He said, deemed in the way that XRP was presented to retail investors, no, it is not a security, but for institutional investors that it is, and it has to be. Just what I've been telling you all the whole time. Now let me take you back in history, right? Dang, I look cold. I'm not cold. I promise you, if I was cold, I would be not sit down out here talking to you all. When I get cold, I'm going back in. I promise you that. When I get cold, I'm going back in. Let me tell you, and I'm not trying to distract you all. I'm not trying to deter you all. One of my biggest holding, besides what I in my portfolio, is XRP, right? But what I'm telling you, let's go back to the future. Let me take you back in time. Is that in 1933, during the Great Depression, which is this is probably going to be the single bigger than 1933 depression, what we're about to go through, and two. But during the Great Depression of 1933, right, and you can tie this into the Titanic, um, the prominent wealthy people did not want central banks. And all of a sudden, right, the Titanic with those prominent and wealthy people that were aboard on the Titanic, you know, hit an iceberg. And you know what happened to those wealthy people who did not want a central banking system, right? And then they made it illegal for American citizens to own gold. They made it illegal for American citizens to own any type of gold. Gold, if for you all don't know, is the banker's money. It still is today. This is why central banks is hoarding a lot of gold. This is why I don't agree with Dave Ramsey about gold is just a commodity. Now, so what they did, right, after the Titanic mysteriously hit that iceberg, and the prominent people who would have fought central banks were on that ship, right? What they did was say, okay, we're going to make it illegal for American people to own the bankers' money, which was gold. I want you all to understand that it was not until 1975 that American people and citizens could even own the bankers' money, which was gold. Right? So when you got mass majority of people screaming about ISO 20022, and the mass majority of people have that knowledge, right? Some the math is not going to be mathing. This is not how the government moves. This is not how these international bankers are going to move, right? You got a lot of stuff made with an X. That's you got a lot of crypto like um XNO. Why people don't talk about XNO or XCH? Because if ISO 2022, a layer, which is layer two cryptos, is going to be what people really think it's going to be. Again, I'm not against you being an XLM. And I always go back to this. When John Kennedy, before the Third Great Depression, heard the shoe shine boy start telling him about the stocks, and it was so public and well known, he immediately went and sold those stocks because it was too much public information. And shortly after, the biggest stock market crash happened. Because that's not how the government is going to work for the general population to get ultra rich and wealthy. That's not how they're going to move. I'm just telling you how to really put on your thinking caps and think from all perspectives with this. So they made it go illegal. The banker's coin. It was $32.32 an ounce. We know gold right now is almost $3,000 an ounce. Years later, 1971, Nixon made it illegal for foreign countries to convert the United States cash dollar into the real money, which was gold. So then, thus, in 1975, they said, okay, we're going to suppress the price of gold anyway. And we have made it where gold is not going to be the usage, and we foreign countries can't get any of our gold. So we'll let the American people get it again, because at this point, gold is not the what it used to be when the central banks had it, when it was backing the dollar, which is what RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, is going to do. It's not only going to back the United States dollar, it's going to back our other currency system, because the United States dollar will no longer be the world reserve currency system, right? So all other countries and entities are LUSD. And yes, the technology of Ripple, XRP will be a banker's coin. I've told you out before, XRP is not crypto. It's the technology referred to it. The RLUSD, I gave you our scenarios in which a stable coin can reach thousands of dollars, right, through hyperinflation. If it's backed by luxury goods and real world assets. So if anything is going to be backed by real world assets, by gold, it would be the RLUSD. And who has access to that? Big institutional investors. They are not going to give everyday people that type of widespread knowledge, and they're not going to give them access to that powerful type of, just like they did gold. It's nothing, just look at what they did in the past. It's a prediction they're going to do in the future. Now, again, with that liquidity spill off to XRP, yes, but to be talking about $10,000 XRP, no, that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The right about Bitcoin reaching infinite. We don't know if Bart Simpson putting XRP 589 was Photoshop or authentic, but 89 could mean $589 or $5.89. But the government never have, never will, and won't do it in the future. Now, do you want to invest in the technology that's going to move this? Yes, but in my opinion, and I would be gladly wrong about this, right? Now, 10,000, even $1,000 XRP is just out of the question. Just out of the question, because it is nothing more but the technology that you're investing in at this point. In the future, it could. Well, maybe. I doubt it. Give me the reason why you think it could in the future. Don't just, not just hype, not just speculation. Give me concrete, logical, reasonable thinking why it could. The technology, not the actual stable coin itself that's available to institutional investors. In fact, he brought a great thing on his video, that's why they only have big investing opportunity to people that are accredited investors. Like, you have to go through so much of qualifications and standards to be accredited investors to get access to the bigger investing opportunities. So do you think they're going to give XRP to the retail investors at $10,000 or $1,000 XRP? Thinking logically, not hype, not speculation, not thinking in terms of faith, but in terms of facts. Burn supply. You're talking about crypto again. XRP is not crypto. It's technology. You're thinking in terms of Bitcoin and supply and demand, and Ethereum that has a built-in burn supply. Now, the circulating supply of crypto, transaction fees, when you go to Western Union and send money overseas across country, and that circulating supply, burning off through transaction fees times the market cap. Yes, that would help increase the price, but not to $1,000 or $10,000. Again, I got people saying, I think XRP. Give me facts why XRP would be 10K. Not hype, not speculation, not faith, but facts. It's a coin. It's a technology coin. And I do know Ripple is the company. And I tried to tell you all that Judge Torres voted in July, or the judgment in July 2023, that when it was sold to retail investors, or when retail investors can purchase the XRP coin technology, it was not a security. But when it gave to institutional investors, because as I told you all, when you think about it, why would Ripple need a stable coin? The whole XRP community was against stable coins. And why is that stable coin only available to institutional investors? Why can't you go on the crypto exchange right now and purchase any of the RLUSD like you can Tether? It's not global currency. It's global technology for the currency. XRP is not a stable coin. The RLUSD is the stable coin, and it's the native asset for the blockchain. XRP, I can't read it. XRP is the gas for blockchain. It has a half value work. So in other words, talking about these ISO 20022 layer 2 coins, XLM peer to peer, you know, just because something has an X in it only means it's going to operate on a global scale. That's it. That's it. So what am I saying? You need to research other things to diversify your portfolio that will be backed by real world assets. Chainlink is one, the Oracle I've been telling you about, Cosmos, those dinosaur cryptos, because what's going to happen now that meme coins or pumped out funds are being deemed as illegal for rug pulls. A lot of that money that were into the meme coins is going to flow into what you all call a dinosaur crypto or dinosaur coin. Um, and there's nothing wrong with dinosaur coins. Look at what Bitcoin is doing. But those are layer twos. You need to look at some new technology cryptos as well as layer ones. You also need to look at some cryptocurrencies that are not widely spoken of. In fact, the cryptos that I gave you, that I text to you all on my list, I looked at it this morning. One that hit over 10,000 in 2021 bull run. It is still under $30. And you need to do more research on the quantum financial system, not just ISO 2022 tokens, the quantum financial system. So let me pull that number up too. You can text XRP to, give me a second. And now I'm getting cold, so I'm about to log off. You can text XRP to this number and get those cryptos that are spoken in private groups amongst secret people, that people see. Anything that you have to be careful of free advice, because at some point you're going to pay a bigger price for free advice. The government has never moved that way, nor will they ever move that way. Ever. They will never suppress system. This is why central banks were created and federal government was created in the first place. This is why Jeremiah Da Vinci is saying he doesn't like the XRP technology, because it supports central banking system, which was created to take away the free will of the people and free choice. So why would a system created to suppress you now look to free you? Right? Why would a system that is set up to suppress you now look to free you? Now let's talk about meme coins real quick, since you brought up Doge and Shiba, the dinosaurs of the meme coins. Now we have Bonk. We know Bonk hit a uh, 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 gave some great gains on yesterday. And so we looking at Bonk and Pepe to do for those early investors of Doge and Shiba did. Not that I've sold any of my Doge or my Shiba, but Pepe, Bonk hit, and other meme coins. So when I get back home, what I'm going to do is totally revise my book. All meme coins are not created equal. In fact, they just passed a law against pumped out fund and making these illegal memes and people losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to revise my book to specify the new meme coins for this new crypto bull run when I get back home. Also, again, you can text XRP to 331-444-5556 at those large cap altcoins that are under $50 right now, at $30, and they hit thousands. That's not talked about publicly. The last thing I want to touch bases with is when to take your profits out of crypto, and when to know when to hold them, when to know when to fold them. Now, Mr. Ken, so I just I see a lot of comments. It said, how did you become a crypto millionaire if you're not selling your crypto to take profits? Well, I didn't say I didn't sell it. I'm not selling any of my crypto. I'm not selling the top tier crypto that's in the tier one asset class. That's number one, right? I've seen people say things like, I'm selling ADA. I'm selling some of my XRP. I'm going to take profits. Well, when you sell, you lose the quantity that you have at the same time. And you also have to pay taxes on it. Now, I saw another YouTuber that said, I'm not going to tell people they have to take taxes on their profits. People know that they have to pay taxes. Well, honestly, most people don't know. A lot of people don't even know that you lose the quantity as well when you sell. Like if you start out with 10,000 coins and you take some of your profits out, now you may be left with 8,000. Depends on how much you take out, right? And so the meme coins, the speculative coins, first of all, you're a millionaire on paper. You're a millionaire with assets. If you're a millionaire in cash, you're not truly a millionaire anyway. Why? Because inflation is up about 27%. And we know cash has lost 98% of its purchasing power since the central banks were created. And what was it, 1913? So a million in cash is not a millionaire anyway. You need to strive to be a millionaire on assets. Number two, this is what most people do wrong. Everyday people. They buy in the green and they sell in the red. They buy when it's high and they sell when it's low because they start looking at their portfolios and they panic because they don't understand financial investing or education. And they're like, I'm selling while I still have some money left. That's the very opposite of what you want to do. You want to buy in the red. Like when XRP, for example, was pumping and it was in the green over $2.30, people were buying. But when it took a dip in the red, they weren't buying. That's putting money into things based off hype and speculation and not financial education. So you buy in the red and you sell in the green. And you understand that when it's in the red, that's just a loss on paper. You only lose financially when you cash out. So why cash out? If you're already down, hold it until it comes back up if that's what you want to do. Then I heard this YouTuber say, well, if I know this crypto is going to crash about 70%, why would I mind paying 15 to maybe 30% in taxes? Well, usually only times that crypto crashes 70 cents is during a bear market, not a bull market. And if you understand the cycles of crypto, that doesn't scare you or distract you. You understand the bull market average lasts for 4 years, the bear market lasts for 4 years. That's how it works. So during the bull market, you want to sell. The peak of the bull market is going to be starting like next year, 2025, 6 to 12 months. And then this person sell their assets not to get more cash, but they'll go and find some other type crypto. Now, if you're a swing trader, the only time I believe that cash is valuable is when you use cash to make more cash. If you're a swing trader and you use cash and then you put it in a trade and you make more cash, that's when trading is valuable. That's when cash is valuable. That's when cash becomes an asset. When you use cash to make more cash. Why? Because of inflation. Because cash has lost 98% of its purchase power. But when you use cash to buy things and not other assets, then cash is not a asset for you. It's a depreciating asset. And that's the point. People don't understand those factors in crypto. In fact, by the time they have to pay taxes and they get that crypto bill, they probably went out and splurged their cash and their profits. They didn't put it in other assets. They went out, took a vacation they couldn't afford, said, I'm YOLO, you only live once. Went, got steak and seafood dinner, spent thousands on that, bought some bigger screen televisions. I have 4 televisions in my home. One of them that I don't even ever turn on because it's in the 3rd bedroom. And I have not, since I've been in that home in 2011, I have not bought a new television since then. As long as my old ones are operable and I can watch sports from time to time and some of my favorite shows just to relax mentally, I do that. I don't put value in televisions because it's your electronic income reducer, right? I invest more money in books, whether they're Kindle or paperback books, and reading and researching than I do television. But 98% of the people in the population, they don't do that. If they did that, the opposite of what 98% to do, they wouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people that tell you I cash out my crypto to buy more crypto, they are not being honest with you. They don't do it. A lot of people tell you I cash out and now I'm playing with the house money. Now you just made your income column bigger. And if crypto didn't crash at 50 or 7% and you did that in a bull market, like I said, make sure you have your 15-30% set aside for taxes. And then calculate how much of this profit is really my profits. Now, am I telling you not to cash out sometimes so you can live life? No. No. But have some tier one assets, and yes, real estate is included. Have that mindset because I want you to be 65, not depending on a pension, but depending on cash flowing assets. We know that crypto is capital gains asset. It's not cash flowing asset. So I hope that help you. And also put that money aside for taxes and taxation. So as you all can tell, I've been out here 26 minutes. Most people don't do that. Now, moving to hard assets. I'm not that big on doing hard assets right now because real estate is still grossly overpriced. When you see a real estate crash, then and make sure I think the hard assets should be cash flowing. People that's telling me they putting almost $3,000 in gold, a shiny bar. The reason why I said get silver because right now it's the most undervalued asset in the world, and copper because it is a global shortage on copper. So with those two, and it's under $40 an ounce, and gold and silver will be used to reset the currency system. And we know that the purpose of crypto is for a currency system reset. So if you know they're gonna use gold and silver to do that, why not get silver where it's the undervalued asset in the world and you get a high ROI? And silver is also not just used for money, but industrial use as well. Like I have on a copper bracelet right now. We have a global shortage on copper. They use copper for our health. So why not supply and demand, invest in those precious metals that you know that's going to be used in our real world? Gold is used, but not as much, right? Um, I'm answering this last question. You have to know what you're doing. You get in real estate at this time. So many people are selling their homes because of insurance here in Florida. I do agree. Real estate is just not something you have to know how to the numbers, crunch the numbers. You have to know how to look at the cash flow, and you have to have big upfront capital to get into real estate in most cases. You got to know your market demands, where are you buying. You just can't say, oh, I can renovate this property, so I'm going to buy it and use it as an Airbnb or use it to rent to a tenant. Real estate is really slow cash flow over time that builds your equity because of the large amount money that you have to put down. So we know crypto is the best asset to invest in right now besides silver and copper. So I'm not even thinking real estate until I can see a crash. And the only reason why I want real estate because it has to make sense financially, where it's going to give me the tax deductions I want at the same time, as well as the capital, as well as the cash flow. If the real estate doesn't have the cash flow I want, the capital gains and the equity, or the tax breaks that I want, it's not worth me doing. But you can get tax breaks in crypto that you pull out of. Let me say this real quick. If you're going to take your profits in large amounts, right? Like right now, where I'm at right now, this is going to be a tax write-off for me. I have a digital home-based business that gives me over 475 tax deduction options. The biggest type of business that you can have for your tax break. That's the most inexpensive to operate. That's why I'm telling you all to go to millionmoves.com and check that out. Because if you're going to cash out, you also need, or take your profits, you need a tax shelter. You need something that's going to help you keep more of your profits that you're going to take out. When you got all those interests, you go to millionmoves.com in place, then it's smart. This is why I'm giving you our overall financial investment. I'm not just coming on here and saying people ought to know that they got to pay taxes. Yeah, but you need to be like Warren Buffett and pay less taxes percentage wise than his secretary did, percentage wise on his money. All right, you all, 30 minutes out here in Colorado winter. We're about to go out anyway, have us some fun, give you all the best view I can. My cell phone probably is getting cold. I love you all again. For that exclusive list, text XRP to 331-444-5556. The best investment that you can make is an investment in knowledge, investment in yourself. Simple to comprehend, logical information. People can see you are winning and they still stay stagnant. Thank you so much, D Hard. You all don't forget to put XRP in the comments. Subscribe to me on the YouTube channel, Queen 11. Have a great rest of your day. Like and share this video. I'm going to leave it like this. I told y'all. I told y'all. That means when I was telling you all about Bitcoin at $3,000 in 2018, 2019, I told you it was going to be a six-figure asset. It wasn't a scam. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all. This private list, I'm going to be telling you all too. I told y'all you will want these cryptocurrencies that's in the Bitcoin ecosystem, the XRP ecosystem, and these three large altcoins that have already hit thousands and that are under hundreds right now for you to get. And listen, the biggest altcoin on this list, I want you all to understand this. You can buy crypto in fractions. Don't look at what it says now. It says $10,000. You say, well, I don't have $10,000. Look, buy it in fractions. Put in 500, put in 100, put in $1,000. Dollar cost average. Buy it in fractions. You don't have to buy the whole coin. That coin already hit over 90,000. The second coin already hit over 10,000. Right? Peace. I definitely agree with that, Lonzo. I definitely agree with that comment. I agree. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all. Queen out.